All right, guys. Well, it's about 5:45 in the a.m. Monday morning. Um, let's talk about uh, what happened Auburn this weekend. Anybody's out there? Fuck is it? Anybody's out there feeling pretty bad about this loss, about this L we took this weekend? Saturday morning, 11 a.m. kickoff, Central Time, where I'm at. Yeah, not much to say about it. Final score 27-10. Could have been a lot worse, I think. Probably could have been 27-3, very easy. 34-3. If we didn't have that turnover and our defense didn't play as well as they did. They just kind of ran out of gas there in the second half. And if anybody out there who thinks that defense is a problem, crazy. Because they played a well of a game. Those guys deserve a lot of credit for what they did. Yeah. All the injuries are really starting to worry me, though. Injuries getting stacked up on defense. Defense right now is our only hope. Anyway, the offense is probably what everybody's been talking about. And, there's a few Auburn podcasts out there, but there's not many. And, I don't think there's a walk and talk. I think there's like somebody does like a drive back. That's only on home games, and review games, I think. But, shit. Yeah, my toe starts hurting. Yeah. Morning. Morning. So, people are looking at me really weird. Not many people walk in the mornings around here. It's not a thing in Alabama. Some walk at night, but not in the morning. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by some people's those are really cool lights. Where did he get those? They're pretty cool. Anyway, offense. Terrible. Just woefully inefficient. Passing game is all out of whack. No, just walking, get exercise. Yeah, so everybody's wondering what the hell I'm doing. Walking at 5:30 in the morning. So I should have brought some kind of. I might bring my pistol, but I thought it was a little bit extreme. So I like this time of year. Don't you like this time of year? I do. It starts cooling off. Feels good right now. It's not hot, not humid. Yeah. So back to the game. I'm kind of rambling here. A lot of people are getting ready to go to work. This may not be the best time to do this. Offense looked pretty bad. Peyton Thorne. Wow. What a choke job. And I'm behind Peyton. He just can't. He cannot do this. I mean, he was supposed to be better than this. Main things I saw, his accuracy was off. He could not. It's like he couldn't recognize defenses, and he couldn't making bad reads, just bad awareness. And I might be nitpicking this a little bit, but I think everybody saw the obvious, right? Like, any kind of pressure came, either curl up in the fetal position, or he took his eyes off receivers way too early and started dancing around the pocket, not moving lateral like he should. I look at these other quarterbacks. I mean, just a random quarterback on a Friday night. You know, that quarterback plays for Virginia. I don't know his name. I forgot it. That guy is actually pretty decent. I mean, he can move lateral. He keeps his eyes downfield. And he's got all the good mechanics to be a good quarterback. And I just wonder why we can't get somebody like that. Or why we can't coach somebody to do that. It blows my mind. I mean, I don't understand it. I mean, these quarterbacks are under duress every play. All right, so you're not going to have a good offensive line every time. I know there's a lot of people bitching about that, saying that, oh, offensive line issues, and it's more than just quarterback. Yes, I agree, but man, you know, quarterback play is just terrible, god awful. I mean, overthrowing wide open receivers that, you know, could have scored a touchdown, or the receiver drops the ball. There's just no continuity with this team. There's no chemistry. It's like all these transfers we got are just not panning out. I mean, kudos to Brian Harsin, to Hugh Freeze for going out and making the effort to try to put something together this season. I don't think it's going to happen, guys. I know it sucks to hear, but it's just going to take some time, you know. And I know that a lot of people are going to say, well, you know, it don't make any sense. Why can other teams, you know, like Colorado, they started out hot, you know, they can move the ball, hot offense. First year coach Deion Sanders. Okay. I mean, that's Colorado. That's different opponents. That's, you know, different system, different culture, different everything. He has a son playing quarterback, so that's kind of an advantage to him. Like, he knows, I don't think Deion calls plays, but he kind of knows what his son can do and can't do. And that's a great benefit. And it doesn't look like the Auburn coaches know what our quarterbacks can and can't do. I mean, I'm just, you know, Auburn, you know, went out there, shoved a paper plate on a 50-yard line, and just took a big dump on Saturday. I mean, you know, and I'm still on that line from Uncle Lou. I'm quoting Uncle Lou on YouTube. Anybody's ever seen Uncle Lou? He's great. Shout out to Uncle Lou. Anybody ever does watch this? Uncle Lou is an entertainer and a showman. He does a lot for college football. But yeah, I got up Saturday morning, got excited for the game, and man, what a bag over the head punch in the face, as me and my brother like to say quite a bit. And it doesn't get any easier with Georgia and LSU coming up in the next couple weeks. We can really we got a tough schedule. I mean, we didn't have a tough non-con game. We had Cal, which, now that I think about it, if we'd lost to them, might have been better for us. But we'd also be 2-2 now, probably. So maybe it's a good thing we did win that. Luck out and win that one. I mean, I don't say luck, but got very fortunate. Yeah, but our defense is playing great. I'm really surprised with our defense. I thought at the first of the season, everybody thought this was going to be a high-scoring team, and it's going to be able to shootouts, anything but. And you have to wonder, what we hired Hugh Freeze, okay? He's off. I know it's only been 4 games, and I don't want to be, belligerent and ignorant, but what's going on? Like, I think we had 2 yards in the third quarter, 2 offensive yards in the third quarter. I think in the first quarter we had like 30-something yards. The second quarter we had we started picking it up in the second quarter, and it's like we almost got some rhythm there, running the ball, and then we just went away from it. Like, I don't know why. Like, the next drive we just started chunking the ball. It seemed like, was it the end of the first quarter? It might have been the end of the first, or I can't remember. But for a point there, it was just like we started running the ball, and Jarquez came out, and they pulled him out for, I don't think we saw him again until the second half. It was weird. This art running back carousel is weird too. Just a bunch of weird stuff going on I can't understand. And all we can do is speculate. And because we're not in the know like those coaches are. And come on, people, you gotta understand, those coaches do that for a living, okay? So they kind of know what they're doing, okay? But you have to sit there and question, I think sometimes college coaches overthink things way too much and complicate things way too much. Like, I just don't have any other explanation. If anybody knows what's going on down there, I mean, jump in, say something, comment. This is a new thing. I'm gonna try to start doing this. Try to walk, just burn some calories. I'm in terrible shape, you can't tell, so I'm trying to change that. I'm trying to do something about it. And I just thought, while I do it, I'll make videos, and and we'll do a little Auburn type, walk and talk. So, sorry for all the rambling. I will get better at this. There's just not much. I don't have a stat sheet in front of me. I mean, I just, sometimes numbers don't really tell the whole story, but in this game it might, because there were just so many, I don't know, there's so many things that went wrong. It just wasn't the quarterback play. It was like when we did, it's like we are cursed or something. I don't know. I know a lot of people feel that way, that we are cursed at the quarterback position. But man, Auburn is a team that plays with momentum. And it seems like every time we get some momentum going, a holding penalty, that absolute kills the drive. We're not a good team behind the sticks. We can't get like 2nd and 14, 2nd and 15, 2nd and 20. Man, we're just not going to be a team that's going to be able to convert those series of downs when you get in those situations. That one holding call when, I think, was it Damari Austin, who ran the ball? I think he got down to it's like a 12-yard run. I want to say he got down around the 15 or something, maybe inside the 15-yard line. That was the closest we had gotten. But it quickly came back on a holding call that was very, very, very questionable, and that killed the drive. We took a sack, didn't even get a field goal out of that. And that's been the story with Auburn this year. We get down there, and the 35-yard line has a force field around it. Like, we cannot get any further. Whether it be penalty, turnover, I don't know what's going on. But it's like some kind of voodoo. I don't know. I mean, yes, our offensive line is not that great. Yes, 3 Thorne is underachieved big time. Big time. I feel for the kid. I mean, he has to be feeling terrible right now. I mean, just terrible. And I know he's got a lot of pressure on his shoulders because I know when they brought him in, they said, we need a QB and we need you to lead this team. And he was a team voted captain, and now everything is falling apart. So it's like comparable to a pitcher in major leagues when they don't have their best stuff. Okay, a lot of people are yelling for Robbie Ashford to come in, and right now he may be the best option if Peyton Thorne can't get it together. Only because he does open up the run game a little bit. Okay, he does open up some different things, but he can't. Thing about Robbie is he's got a decent deep ball. Okay, like he can every once in a while he can hit a decent deep ball, but as far as being consistent and throwing like intermediate passes that are like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 yards, you can forget it. He is terrible at that. Maybe he's gotten better, and people also remember he is a turnover machine. Okay, I know everybody's screaming for him, Robbie, put Robbie in, Thorne sucks. Like, but you just, I mean, he did, and you saw, it was like third quarter was probably our worst quarter in the whole game. We didn't gain nothing, 2 yards, and that was Robbie Ashford. Yet people still say, Robbie Ashford's playing a great game. He played a great game. Okay, I don't know. They got to figure it out, man, because it's garbage. I hate to say it, but if they don't improve, and maybe, maybe we'll play better at home, which we always do. A lot of teams do. But that's particular in Auburn's case. We just, right now, Thorne got here in the summertime, so he hasn't had a lot of time to get used to this line, to trust this line, to get used to his receivers. I'm not trying to make excuses for him. Like, what he's done so far, he's underachieved big time. Okay, but I'm just trying to talk about the QB controversy right here. Robbie's been there for what? Like 2, 3 years. I don't know if it's been 2 or 3. He knows, I know it's a new system to him too, but he's been there. He knows kind of the ins and outs. Like he knows the players, most of them anyway. He's been there. He's played in some big games. He has some experience. The Iron Bowl last year. We could go back and talk about the TJ Finley, Robbie Ashford. It was the same thing last year. People, oh, Finley sucks, put Robbie in there. It was the same thing with Bo Nix. Nick sucks, put Finley in there. Well, look what Bo Nix is doing now. Look at TJ Finley's doing now at Texas State. They're a lot better. And that concerns me. If you look around the college football world, why do players leave Auburn and go do so well? And you might say, well, Sam, they're going to FCS schools or lower division, or like lower level group of 5 schools like Malik Willis. But still, I think if we had just a halfway decent quarterback on Saturday morning / afternoon, we would have won that game. Texas A&M is not that good. Give them credit. They did beat us. They did beat us straight up, and they're a lot better than we are right now. So I'm not bashing on them, but they're not that good. They're not that good. Alabama will cream them, or they'll beat them. I won't say cream them. LSU should beat them. I think they may lose to Arkansas this weekend. I believe they'll play this Saturday. But that's a neutral site. But so yeah, we've had what? last 8 quarters at Kyle Field, no touchdowns. And that is a mixture of Bo Nix, Peyton Thorne, and Robbie Ashford. Just mind-boggling. I don't know what to say. I know a lot of people are just sick to their stomach, and they had all this hope, and just this hope, and they put all this emotional energy into Auburn football, and it's been crushed, or they feel like it's been crushed. But guys, it's just one game, guys. I know we look terrible, but it's just one game. It's just one game. I don't know. This weekend, it's not going to get any better. We got Georgia coming in. Only thing about it makes a, one good caveat is that it's at home. Thank God. Don't count Auburn out yet. Okay. Now, Georgia, what do they look like? I don't know, to be honest with you. They haven't really looked like the caliber team that they were in the past 2 years. Their offense is struggling. Carson Beck, is that his name? He's not playing as well as everybody thought. He's doing okay, I think, but he's not as good. He's not lighting up the scoreboard. I really think that not Peyton Thorne, that Stetson Bennett was just one of those college quarterbacks that it's like a fairy tale quarterback that comes in and they're really good, and they, this really good college quarterback, and I think that's what happened. Plus, they had a really good defense. I mean, come on. And really good tight ends. I know about crap. I just wear a lot of bed. I can throw my shoes on. Yeah, that's pretty right there. Sun's about to come up. That's a street light. The sun's about to come up here. Getting started on another week. And it's going to be a long week, guys. And, I hope everybody's kind of gotten over the loss, the sting of the loss. I know it wasn't very fun. I watched it with my brother. Those 11 a.m. kicks are kind of weird. It's like you roll out of bed and you start watching football right off the bat, and it kind of seems like when it's over with, it just seems like it's later in the day. Like I don't know. It's that weird feeling. It's like, I don't know. It seems like a really long day when you play those 7 o'clock games. Then I watched the Alabama Ole Miss game. It's pretty good for a while. But yeah, this is very disappointing. I mean, we planned to hang out all day and cook out, and like I say, when Auburn lost, we just kind of, he went home, and I laid down and took a nap. So I was tired because honestly, I got up Saturday morning, and I was excited about the game. I thought, man, we got a chance to kind of insert ourselves back into college football relevancy, and didn't happen. Oh, I don't. The press conference afterwards, I know Coach Freeze said we got to figure some things out. I'd say you're damn right you do. How much are we paying him? How much are we still paying Brian Harsin for these terrible outcomes? Man, that's the sickening part, man, is that we've been through all this shit, and it's like, man, are we turning into another Tennessee? Is it going to be another, just going through coaches? And because I mean, people right now are already calling for his head. And what's the old lady doing out there? She's talking to her dog named Sam, and my name is Sam, so it's kind of freaking me out. It's kind of weird. I don't know why she's doing that, but why? That's weird. Now she's saying Stella, and we have a dog named Stella. It's so weird. It's so weird. You guys ever have anything weird happen to you? Like, I'm not trying to, since it's about to be Halloween and all that. Yeah, let's talk about some of that. Like, you guys ever have anything strange happen to you? Ever seen anything strange? Ever experienced anything strange? I hadn't. I've never seen a ghost. I've never seen Bigfoot. I've never. But I like this time of year. I do like scary movies and all that. So that is. I just like this time of year. It's festive. You got football going on. You got holidays coming up. And a lot of things to look forward to. But, when your team loses, it just makes college football not so much fun anymore. Like, it's more interesting when your team is in the mix or in the talk. And I don't mean, like, in contention for playoffs. I just mean, like, are they relevant? Do the teams have to look out for when they play them, or is it just like, oh, we got Auburn, that's a W, and yeah, it's looking like that right now. But okay, here's the thing. Here's another little caveat. When Auburn loses, they tend to be able to sneak up on somebody. Okay, not saying it's going to happen against Georgia. It'd be awesome. But don't think it's going to happen. Man, it'd be awesome. It'd be awesome to somehow pull out a victory over Georgia, but it would take so many things going our way, and a lot of fluky stuff happening, probably. It'd have to be, total mayhem in Jordan-Hare for it to happen. Could it happen? I think it can. Now, what are the chances of that happening? Very slim. I mean, very slim. I'd say less than 5% chance of that happening. So get your hopes up, because we better get our ass whooped again. So just prepare yourself this week. Gird your loins. And get ready to take another haymaker right on the snout. Just another embarrassing performance. We've had plenty of those, and just a very morale draining exhibit of football. To see your team just play that bad is very, very disconcerting. And it doesn't make, like I said, it doesn't make the college football season fun. If you're really a true fan is short for fanatic. I am an Auburn fanatic. I love Auburn. I don't go crazy though. Some people do and lose it. I mean, it does suck when they lose, but you know, it is what it is. We'll get A&M at home next year, and maybe we'll get some payback on them. So that's how you have to do it. Just let the page go on. There's a lot of football left to be played. We are heading into week 5. So, and it's kind of crazy to think we're almost at the halfway point. And I say this every year when football starts. I say it'll be over before you know it. But I also say in the preseason, it'll be here before you know it. And it's kind of true. But it really sucks when you wait all this time and your team, you know, any other fans out there, your team gets off to a bad start. You know, I know Arkansas took a bad loss to BYU. That was probably, they were probably looking ahead to LSU maybe, because they played LSU a pretty good game. You know, so I don't know what to make out of the teams. In the West, it's kind of hard to pin them down. You don't really know what Texas A&M, how good Texas A&M is. I mean, they might be like a top 20 or like a 20 through 25 ranked team by the end of the season. Something tells me they're going to win like 7, 8 games max. You know, they're not going to run the table or do anything like that. LSU, they look great one game and they look like garbage next. Well, not really garbage, but they look average. Bama, I know they beat Ole Miss, but I think Ole Miss was a little overrated. Overrated. I don't think they're quite as good as everybody thinks they are. I think they're a decent team. I think you have a bunch of middle-of-the-road teams in the SEC. So, and Mississippi State, middle of the road. They played South Carolina a decent game at South Carolina. So, you know, and you might say, well, South Carolina's not that good. Well, I mean, okay, but they played Georgia pretty good. You know, at Georgia. So, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to make of it, to be honest with you. It's a strange start to the season. I mean, I think everything is, if anything, it's wide open, man. Like, everything is just wide open. I'd say even in the national championship picture across the other conferences are kind of wide open. I don't know. You know, I don't know. We'll find out. But wrapping things up here. Thanks for joining me on my morning walk and talk. The entertainment value is probably not too great, and I'm sorry, but it's just kind of, you know, walk and just talk about some things, and it won't always be football, but it mostly will be football. We'll talk about some issues and different things, and if Auburn's doing bad, we'll talk about, you know, like I said, just different stuff. You know, you guys can comment down below, whatever. Make a response video. I don't even know if anybody's going to watch this. Probably not. But if anybody's got any tips to, I'm not trying to become some kind of content creator or influencer. I just want to build just a simple YouTube channel where Auburn fans alike, of mines that are alike, can come and talk about their concerns, frustrations, joys, triumphs, tragedies, whatever. Yeah, because we all need somebody to turn to. And when we are searching for answers, I know it's just football, it's just a game, but it means a lot to a lot of people down here. And yeah, I mean, that's about all I got, guys. And we got said this week is gonna be a long week. I have to gird our loins and get ready for another bad playing on a bad experience. I mean, it's probably going to be another loss, and it's not going to feel good, and it's going to be on national TV, and I think it's 2:30 CBS is kickoff, and let's not even talk about the weeks after that yet. Let's just take it 1 week at a time and stop worrying about all that. But this week we got to figure out some things. We got to, if we come out there and at least show some improvement against Georgia, show something, it might give some people some hope. That hey, things are starting to change, and maybe they will. The Cal game, not really going to talk about that much anymore, but it is what we thought it was in that regard. We have issues. We did not turn the ball over this game against A&M, and that's kind of good and kind of concerning in a way that we don't have any excuses really. We just didn't move the ball. It was like a stick in the mud, like a stick in quicksand, just sinking. And it didn't ever feel like during the game that we had any chance to score. Almost, it was almost like we had to wait. I was just waiting. I was like, come on, somebody on the Texas A&M defense just screw up, like leave a guy wide open, or miss a tackle, or somebody on the offense just fumble it right to her, and that actually happened. Right to Asante, and he took it to the house. Thank God, it made the score a little bit respectable looking. You know, that's another thing, man. We got to have more than just one guy. Tired of that shit. We got one guy like making plays. Nobody's making plays. That's another problem. Everybody says, "Oh, play calling." Nobody's making any damn plays. Receivers are not doing jack. They're not. Their job is to catch the ball. Now, I understand they're not getting the ball thrown to them enough. I don't know, but man, there's a couple there that they should have had that hit them. They were guarded pretty well, but still hit them right in the hands, and you got to catch that. Come on. I don't know. Anyway, guys, I'll wrap it up. Have a good week. Hang in there. All right. Have patience. Don't give up on this yet. All right. It's going to be, it's going to take everybody. It's going to take the fans too. A lot of the fan chatter doesn't help when everybody starts downing Thorne or downing Robbie or whatever, or downing. It's just all the negativity does not help. And I think that might have something to do with, the kind of curse that's on that position right now. These guys come in, they mess up, don't do quite too good, maybe the first game or so, and here come the Boo Birds. And it's like, oh my God. And I understand, as fans, it's like, oh my God, this is happening all over again. But let's just come on. It's all just take a breath, man, and just, accept the fact that we're not that good this year, okay? Can we make a bowl? Sure. Can we upset a team and maybe win a couple games we're not supposed to? Sure. But are we going to take some beatings? Yes, we are. So do not get too, just do not get too down about this loss. I know it looked very bad, but, how much worse could it really get? That's the only thing. How much worse could it really get? I don't know if it could get much worse, except for the turnover part. I don't know if it could get much worse in offense. I don't know how you could have a more. We didn't even get inside the red zone one time. So yeah. Yeah. there's concerns there, but let's gird our loins. That's gonna be the mantra. Gird your loins. All right, all you war dams. Isn't that what they're saying now? War dam. All you war eagles, Auburn Tigers. Gird your loins. Let's we're all in this together. We can do it. We'll make it through it, and see you next time on Walk and Talk. I don't know what to name this video yet. I'll come up with some kind of clever title, I guess, so it'll get at least some people having a chance to look at it. But if you watched, I appreciate you watching. If you don't mind, just hit the like button if you watched it. I'm not gonna ask you to hit the like before you watch the video like a bunch of people do. If you hung there this long, thank you very much. Sorry for the rambling and disorganization. Hit the like button, comment, you know, subscribe if you want to, and I'll be making more of these, okay? As the week progresses, I might make another one, and you know, you guys can come on and say anything you want to do, and if you feel inspired by it, you start doing it. You start making a walk and talk video or something. I think it's good for you. Vent your frustrations. Get them out there, all right? But until then, peace everybody. War Eagle.